when God brings Israel out of slavery and through the wilderness, he brings them into a land of abundance. We know about the promised land, it's flowing with milk and honey, meaning it's bountiful. We know that you're going to need 2 men to carry grapes from your vineyard because they're going to be heavy. There will be lots of them. God's generosity is not lacking here for his people. What he's communicating is you can all flourish. This will work. Everyone can eat. Everyone will make it if you will live by the principle of generosity. And here's that principle. All you have is not all for you. This will work if you live by the principle of generosity. God says, I'm generous enough for this to work, but you will need to be generous. So literally, a landowner would look from the far corner to the far corner of his field, a land that is rightfully his, just like the thing you had in your hand. And that landowner, in the preparation of the field, in the sowing of the field, and in the harvesting, would either live by this principle or not. All that I have is not all for me. If you live by it, then you will unlock the generous spirit God gave to you, and you will do great good for those in need. If you don't live by it, the very people that your excess was intended for won't reap the benefits. They won't have what they need. This is to be applied to your bank account. All I have is not all for me. Don't reap to the far corners of your bank account, not the edges. This is to be applied to your closet. All of this is not for me. Don't harvest to the edges. Literally, you're probably not wearing the clothes on the edges anyway. This is to be applied to your pantry. All I have is not for me. In every way, shape, and form, we live by this principle, and you're going to see a story that flows from this in just a minute. Let's finish the text in verse 22, and I think he finishes it this way intentionally. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt. That is why I command you to do this. Do you know why he says that? Because you'll always have an excuse as to why you're not going to be generous today. You'll always have an excuse as to why you'll always talk yourself out of it, of doing the thing that your heart is trying to lead you to do, the Holy Spirit's trying to lead you to do. You'll always have an excuse. And what he's saying is here, remember, there was a time when you needed God's mercy. There was a time when you needed God's generosity, and you got it. Now go and pass it on. Go and give it to the person who needs it from you. And the most amazing thing happens when you remember God's mercy and generosity over your life. Do you know what you forget? When you remember his mercy, you will forget your excuses. And that's awesome.
Hey, I'm John.
And I'm Abby, and we are the hosts of Boulevard Online.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a big thumbs up by hitting the subscribe button right down below.
To watch the full message that this clip is from, you want to click right here. And if you want to watch some other videos, you can click right down here.
We'd love to see you again 10:20 every Sunday morning. We'll have great worship, fun stories, and a great message. We'd love to see you. Until then, be blessed.
And don't forget to be a blessing.